Prosecutors had previously asked for him to be jailed for more than 15 years. Turkish President Recep Tayyip Erdogan has said Atilla is definitely innocent, and declaring him a criminal was almost equivalent to declaring the Turkish state criminal. And for more on this story, we're joined by Andrew Hopkins in Ankara. Andrew, what more can you tell us about the case and Turkey's attitude towards it?
Yeah, Mehmet Atilla, he's been convicted by this court of being involved in a conspiracy to circumvent sanctions imposed on Iran several years ago because of their nuclear program. And this sentence that he's received, effectively 2 years and 8 months, is a lot less than a lot of people are expecting. Even his own defence team, who it appears are expecting something in the region of maybe 4 or 5 years. But it means that he's already served some time in prison, but the remainder means he's likely to be out by the end of next year at the very least, when he will be allowed to return to Turkey. But the main point from the Turkish government's point of view about this case is that it's really politically motivated and fabricated really on false documents, because they say it's related to the Gulenist movement, which has been blamed for the failed coup attempt here in Turkey almost 2 years ago, and goes back even further than that, because the Gulenists and the ruling AK party here were actually allies many years ago. But back in 2013, a huge corruption case emerged here in Turkey, which indicated really for the first time that these two sides had started falling out. This corruption case involved, implicated Halkbank, a man called Reza Zarrab, a Turkish Iranian gold trader who's involved in this case that's been going on in the United States, and senior government figures. It later collapsed, was blamed on the dispute with the Gulenist movement. One of the main policemen involved then fled to the United States with some of the documents, and some of those documents have now been used as the basis for this trial that's been taking place in the United States. So that's why the Turkish government says it's politically motivated, and really the trial is based on fabrications.
So what other consequences could there be for Turkey as a result of this case?
Well, there could be some more difficulties ahead, because as a result of this case, the US Treasury could try to attempt to impose a financial penalty, or maybe possibly even worse, on Turkey, on Halkbank itself, even though these charges in Turkey's legal system are not actually illegal. And the problems that could mean is, if there's something, a fine in the region of millions or even billions of dollars, then there could be problems for Turkey's economy, because at the moment the lira is weak against the dollar. There are predictions by some economic analysts for slower growth than has been experienced in recent years in the next couple of years or so, and that could deter investors from coming to Turkey and investing more in the economy here. Now, we spoke to one of the Turkish president's economic advisors earlier this year, Cemil Ertem, about this particular issue, if there would be an attempt to impose a financial penalty on Halkbank. And he said if that happened, then they would study the documents, but more than likely they would attempt to fight this imposition of a penalty through international law and international regulations.